So wait a minute. Teacher, I need your help.
Okay.
I don't know why I can't share the screen.
Okay. The first.
I will send the slide to you, and could you please share the screen, please?
Oh, all right. Okay.
Called NIM, NOM, or something like that. National University of Management, and my major is tourism management and hospitality. So I was graduated from my English class in 2019, and also I finished my high school, which was I graduated automatically in high school grade 12 in 2020. Yes, that is it about me. And so let's go to the content. Today, I would like, actually, there is much more than that I want to share with you guys about my study skill for English, but I only raised for 10 points. Yes, I want to share more than that, but yes, kidding. So only 10. So let's go to the first one. It is about identify how you learn. So I want, before I go to another point, I would like you to identify how you learn first. Who are you? And I want you to figure it out with me, like what is the learning style that is suitable for you. So now let's go to figure out who you are. So the first one is visual. For the visual learner, they learn best for when they see the image, the graph or the flashcard, or maybe example like when you learn about the vocabulary or something. For the visual learner, they will learn better when they see the image. Like when the teacher show the image, they will catch up with that more easily. And also, yes, who is auditory? So for the auditory learner, she or he will learn best by music or listening or something like that. So when the teacher explains something, they will catch it up more easily because they are the auditory learner. So when the teacher, like example, like when he talk about some the lesson or maybe explaining the lesson, they don't need to practice a lot or something like that, but they use their ear to listen and they know what they understand it clearly. And are you an auditory learner? So if you are not an auditory learner, so let's move on to the next point. So are you a physical learner, or we can say kinesthetic learner? So for kinesthetic learner or physical learner, they learn best when they use their hand of movement. They need to practice and they need to move around in the class just to understand the things more clearly. So for me, I am also one of the kinesthetic learner. I need to practice a lot and I need to use my body to move around, and like right now I do my hand gesture. So I learn best by that. So are you also a kinesthetic like me? If no, then we go to the verbal learner. So what is verbal learner? Verbal learner is the person who learn best when they use word, writing, or maybe reading or something like that. They learn best when they see the word, read word by word, writing, reading. If you are a person who love to read, who love to write, then you are a verbal learner. But if you are not a verbal learner, then logical learner. Are you a logical learner? So logical learner is the person who learn best when they need when the teacher explain a lot. This person need a lot of explanation, so the teacher will be tired, right? So because those two, it is their personality, or maybe they learn best by that. They need a lot of explanation, and they need the teacher to explain them a lot more than the other student and more than the other learner, because that is just how logical learner. Yes. And also let's move on to the social learner. So if you are a social learner, then it's like in the slide, collaboration and also the team. They need to form the group, or maybe they need a lot of friends to be around them, and they need the explanation from the friend or maybe the group of friends, because they they need other people to explain them, and they love to be surrounded by people so that they learn better by that. But I'm not one of them. For me, the last one is solitary learner. For solitary learner, they are the person who is independent and individual. For me, when I was in high school or when I was in my English class before, I don't like to be around people, and I learn better when I am with myself. And just I need just one friend or two friends to ask the question by chatting to them. It's kind of introvert, but it's not really an introvert, because I don't like to hear the noise or any other thing to be around, because I will lose my focus. If I am around people, I will just talk or play around, like, yes, that is it. And if all of this, if you can figure out what learning style you are, then it is more easier for you to learn English. And for me, if you have more than one of the learning style, or more than or twice, or maybe 3 or 4, then you are a combination learner. So to me, my learning style is combination, because I have more than one, and I am also a solitary, also a logical, and also physical. I need to practice. I am the person who asks a lot, and I need a lot of explanation from the teacher. Yes. So let's just figure it out by yourself. What kind of learning style that is suitable for you? If you can figure it out, then it is more easier for you to learn. So let's move on to the second point. The second point is review lesson before class. So review lesson before class, I need you to review it again and again before class, like at least maybe 10 minutes before class. For me, my studying skill before, when I was in English class, the class will start maybe 1:30, so I will go to school 1 o'clock. I will just go there and I just play around, but maybe 10 minutes before class, I will review the lesson. I don't know whether you guys do this or not, but for me, this is really effective because 10 minutes is really, maybe it is short, but you will learn a lot from that. Like maybe 1:20, the class start 1:30, so 1:20, I will start to review the lesson. It is a small tip from me to you. Like 10 minutes, I will review 2 points. The first one, I will review about what did I study yesterday, and the second one, I will review about, it's not like review, but I will look through the lesson that I will learn with the teacher today. Yes, so it will be easier for you to catch up with the teacher in the class. Like in the class, when you come in the class, I know that my teacher will ask, what did I learn yesterday? And then I will get the point by that. So this is a simple little things, but but the score that you got from Q&A with your teacher in the class, just a little bit thing, but it will change the result of your test. And why I have to look through the lesson that I will learn today with my teacher. So this question, because when you look through it, you will understand it. And when the teacher start the lesson today, then you will get it more and more. And you will, like, you are one step ahead from your classmate. Yes, that is it. And let's go to the third point. The third point is pay attention in class. It's just like the other teacher said, pay attention in class. This word, it is really, really easy to say, but it is really, really hard to do. So I want you to pay attention in class. Don't lose focus. Just like the guy in this photo, he sleep in the class. Yes, I ever too, but not always. I ever sleep in the class also, but not always. So pay attention in class is really, really important because like example from my experience, like your brain is like the photo in your gallery. When you focus when the teacher is teaching, your brain will record all of those situations in that moment. So when it's come to exam, for me, I don't review lesson from night or maybe 2 days or 3 days before. English language is not really as hard as you think it is because it's not like Khmer language. Like for Khmer, we need to review a lot, right? Biology, physics, or maybe something like that. It has a lot of subject, so you need to memorize it a lot. But English is different. It's really, really simple, as I say. Like I don't need to review lesson from night or something like that. When you already focus in the class for maybe like you study part-time for 1 hour, you need to focus and take a note too. Don't just only focus. When you focus, all of your brain will record all of the situation. So when it's come to the exam, I only review the lesson maybe 30 minutes or maybe 1 hour. I will just look through all of the lesson I learned before, and all of everything I remember from the class, my brain will recall it all, and it is easier for us to do the exam more easily because you already, like in Khmer we say tak tak pi bompong. យើងមើលមេរៀនម្ដងតិចពីយើង focus នៅក្នុងថ្នាក់ហ្នឹងម្ដងតិចរហូតដល់ថ្ងៃប្រឡងយើងអត់ចាំបាច់មើលវាទាំងអស់វិញទេ So you just go you just review it little by little again and again, and then you catch it. Maybe only took you maybe 2 hours or maybe 1 hour, and then you go to the room for the examination. It's just as easy as that. So don't lose focus in class, just pay attention. It's simple, but it make a big difference. So let's go to number 4. For number 4 is note taking. Just like I said before, not only just listen and stay focused, but your hand need to take note too, because when you your eyes looking at the teacher, and then sometimes you will be distracted by some noise or something. So in order to not to be distracted, I need you to take note what he said, the key that is important for you. So you have to take note. Like for me, from my experience, I take note. Like you will see some point that your teacher will focus on it and say it again and again. Then that is the point that you have to note, because it might be appear in the exam paper, and it might be appear in the test. Like I always notice my teacher is like play mind game with him. Because I know that some point that he will say it again and again, and then you will have that sixth sense also, that thing will be appear in the exam, and sometimes it's really happen. So I want you to focus on your teacher and take note on all of the important things that he said. It's really important. So let's go to the number 5. So for number 5, task taking by yourself. I don't know whether you guys will take the TOEFL test or IELTS or not. Anybody here with me? For me, I ever take the test for FCE, first certificate for English from Cambridge University, and it was it just really similar to TOEFL, but the listening part is really harder than TOEFL. I ever trained TOEFL maybe for 3 months, but I quit those to some reason, and I need to I catch 2 things at a time, so I need to let go of one. So I let go of TOEFL at the time, and it's really the listening test of TOEFL is feel like it's easier than FCE, because yes, it's easier. I don't know why for me. So let's go back to our point, test taking by yourself. If you guys ever do a train for that test, I need you to train it at home, because in school I think that sometimes it's not really effective as when you are at home, because in school everything will be distracted from your roommate. I mean from your classmate. All of them will play or something like that, talking, and you can't focus. So the better way for you is test taking by yourself at home. So I know sometimes it's hard for you to do that because you feel lazy at home. You just want to take the phone and scroll Facebook, like Instagram, or go to YouTube, play game. But this one is really important. I need you to do that. If you train for FCE, if you train for TOEFL or IELTS, because and the tip for you from me to you is that you need to take shower before do the test by yourself at home. Do you know why? Because if you take the shower already, and then you will feel fresh, and then it is easier for you to focus on the task that you will do by yourself at home. And notice that don't touch the phone after shower, because it will delay you maybe 1 hour, 2 hours, or you can't do the test at all. So after shower, maybe 5 minutes later, dress up, comb your hair already, and then you just need to go straight, catch the book, and do the test. Like if you're really lazy, don't want to do writing test, don't want to do the listening test, just go to the multiple choice, something like that. Yes, it's really easy. I hope you guys will learn something from me. So let's go to the another point, number 6. So do not depend on your friend 100%. So this point, I want you, it doesn't mean that I don't want you to ask your friend or don't want you to like have the communication with your friend at all. It doesn't mean like that. But the point is, do not depend on your friend 100%, because like I have in the picture, this part, there's the chair and the table is the person at there is missing. I mean, they absent from class. So when I have one of my friend at school. When I was in high school, he or she always depend on the friend in our class until one day they don't come to school. They just need to stay at home, and then at night they will call to me or call to the another friend to send them the lesson, and they just copy it. I know even though you are the outstanding student, or maybe you can understand things clearly, even though you don't need the explanation from the teacher, you just need to look through all of the lesson from your friend. I think you can understand that, but all of the all of that point is not really as important as the thing that happened in the class. You don't know what happened at there, and you don't know that what did your teacher said and what homework did he put, that he gave you, and everything. You will like you can't catch up with the people that go to school. So I want you guys to go to school and don't be absent, because this point is really important. Because your friend can't tell you everything that happened in the class. They will only just tell you the key point, some point that is maybe important, but there might be some missing point that they didn't tell you, and you will miss that point. And it's really hard to depend on the other people. So you just need to depend on yourself more. When you don't understand something, just ask them, but don't be absent in school. You need to go to school as always to catch up with all of the little bit things that really important to you. So let's go to number 7. So number 7 is ask questions. So in this picture, whether you will, I put that teacher or friends. Like some people will be afraid to ask teacher in class. Like they're really afraid, and I don't know any tip how to like for you to overcome that fear. It is the fear of making mistake, I think, because I ever did that too. I ever scared of asking the teacher the questions, because yes, I see some of your friends that she asks as always. So it is really a good point if you ask that if you ask him or her, because I want you guys to be brave to ask the question too. But for some students, they really afraid, and I understand that feeling. But the tip for you, teacher or friends. So if you don't want to ask your teacher, you can ask your close friend, like your deskmate, or maybe the person that you trust the most in class, or maybe they are the smart student. You can ask them all of the thing that you don't understand. And maybe if you don't have friend in school, or maybe you are also afraid to ask your friend, then you can go to the teacher. But if you don't want to ask him in front all of your maybe your friend, you can just let them when it's you have to note all of the question down when you don't understand in class, and when all of your friend left, like it's time for break or maybe it's time to go home, you can stay there until they go home already. And I think the teacher will always be the last one to left the class, so you need to, so when it's time, you can go straight to him and ask all of the questions that you don't understand. And this is the tip for you to like ask question, and I want you to be more brave to ask questions. So let's go to another one, is number 8. So this one is time management and organization. So my study skill, time management and organization is really important, because the first one, you need to set a long-term goal, like what do you want to be in the future, what do you want to achieve in the future. You need to set that long-term goal so that it is more easier for you to like you wake up and have goal as always. So it's easy for you to go for it. But in order to have the long-term goal, you also need to set the short-term goal. Like in like for 1 hour, you need to do the task taking by yourself, and you will reward yourself. Like your reward will be, you can eat the chocolate cake or maybe the snack that you want to eat. If you don't like can't finish it, you can't eat it. I force myself to do that, and it's really effective for me. So when I have to do the test for 1 hour, I need to complete it. So if I don't complete it, I can't eat something that I want to eat, or maybe I can't buy something that I want to buy. So I have to do it, and I will reward myself later. So that is really important to set the short-term and long-term goal. And the second one is write to-do list. So for me, I write the to-do list as always. In a week, what will I do? Tomorrow, what will I do? Like when I was in high school, I always write. I am the one who plan a lot. Like I plan everything, even the shower time, the eating time, even my the time to do the exercise and everything. I love to plan everything, and I was a disciplined, yes, the disciplined student, but now I'm not really. So yes, I want you guys to write the to-do list, because it's really important, and it will help you to save your time. And go to the third one is prioritize. I mean, this one you need to like take a look at your schedule and do something that is urgent. Like the assignment, the due date is tomorrow, so you need to do it first. And another homework will be submit on maybe 5 of October. So you need to arrange the important task. You need to do it first, and something that is not really important, you have to do it, like you have to plan it step by step. Yes. So let's go to another one, is don't be afraid to say no. In this point, I want you guys to understand that it doesn't mean I don't want you to say no as always to when your parent eat out at night and there are a lot of work to do. So it really push you to the point that you can't go out at night, and you have to say no to them. Like you have to tell your parents, like, Mom, I got a lot of work to do, so I have to complete it. sometimes it is really hard for you not to go out because you also want to have fun at that age. And I also want to have fun when I was in high school, but sometimes it's really push you to the point that there's a lot of work, so you can't go out. So you need to say no and complete the task, and you can have fun later. Yes, and so let's go to another point: is find your dedicated space and time. So in order to complete the task more easily, you need to find the place where you feel like relaxed and you can complete the task. And like you can go to the cafe, the silent one, like the cafe that is really silent, so you can do it more easily. But for me, I don't like cafe because whenever I go there, I can't do anything except drinking the coffee or maybe watching the movie at there or listen to the music. I can't do that. So the place that I can focus on my task is only at home. So I will just stay at home all the time. And another point is that budget your time. So you need to like you have to create a weekly schedule as always. Like you need to like in a week, what will you do? Like Monday you will do this assignment. On Tuesday you will do the task taking, and maybe you can have fun. You have to even you learn a lot or maybe study a lot, but you need to have fun too. So you have put a schedule that is that the day that you can have fun, so that you won't be stressed out. Yes. So now this is all about time management and organization. So let's go to another one is get enough sleep. So even though you learn a lot, like study nonstop and maybe your health is also important. Learn a lot, but your health is also important, and you need to get enough sleep, at least maybe 7 hours or maybe 8 hours a day. When you finish your study at maybe 11 o'clock or maybe 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and then just like maybe you can look through your phone maybe for 30 minutes and then just go to bed. Don't stay up late because your health is really important. When I was at your age, I also experienced the like don't get enough sleep because I stay up all night just to watch the drama. This is really the bad habit. And then in the morning, I go to bed maybe at 3 o'clock, and then in the morning I can't focus in class. And yes, like I told you, I ever sleep in class because of that. So it's really a bad habit. So you just need to get enough sleep and so that your brain will focus well in the morning or when you study. Yes, now let's go to the last one. Last one is number 10. Yes, even though this one, I want you to really focus on this. I really want to share this because I ever experienced all of the stress like you guys when I was in high school. And like it's really hard for us to get out of there, like stress management. So I think that this point is really serious. I want to be serious. Stress management is the cause of stress, which is caused by maybe a lot of work and a lot of assignment. And like this guy in the photo, he got a lot of tasks, and maybe the time management of him, he didn't set his time to do the task, so that the task will be a lot and you will be stressed out and burn out, like fear, distress, worry, and anxiety. All of these things will happen, and your grade or maybe your score will be like down and down because you feel like you stress, you can't focus on anything else except like there is a lot of tasks and you can't focus on it. You can't focus even when you study because like you really stress out, and it will lead you to someday when you see the other people like she do, I don't know whether you feel the same as me or not. When I was in high school, like when I see the other people, I saw the other people do the presentation in front of me, like my senior, he or she is so smart. I will like he or she is so smart. I will start to compare myself with them, even though I am younger than them, and I don't know whether what they have experienced from that, but like I compare with them and I feel like I'm not enough. I'm not good enough. I can't do anything, and all of them will like you will stress all of the word that I put here. Why he or she is too good? Why am I not good enough? I want to be like him or her. All of the thing will be happen in your mind, and it's really hard to get out from here because and you can't improve myself you can't improve yourself anymore because of those negative thoughts in your mind. But I really want you to, if you ever experience this right now, I really want you to think that everybody have their own problem, have their own experience, so that you don't need to compare yourself to the other person. Like their achievement may be great, but you don't know what they have been through. And also you yourself also unique. Like she is good at that point, but you also good at this. She is good at reading. You also good at listening. Maybe in the moment that you compare yourself with the other, she might also compare herself with you. So that I want you to focus on yourself. And you only need to compare yourself with yourself from the past, like with your own achievement in the past. Like today, the score of yours today is 50. So you need to compare yourself like tomorrow I will get 60. So when you get 60, like tomorrow another day, I need to get 70. So until and then you can look back what you have achieved, like from 50 to 70, and you got your own achievement. Like you improve better day by day when you compare yourself with yourself from the past. You don't need to compare yourself with the other. So go to the next slide. Let's go. So this is the solution for you guys for like the stress management. When you feel really stressed out, just spend the time with your family or your friend. Go out, just maybe for 1 hour, 2 hours. Go enjoy with them. Surround yourself with positive people. And also, time management is really important if you don't want to stress out. Because when you arrange everything and then you will not feel stressed because you know what to do and do the thing that you love. Exercise or meditation just to keep calm and eat everything that you want to eat and sleep. Yes, so this is all of the solution for the stress, and I want you guys to know that just keep calm and think positive. So let's go to the next one. Is if you really stress out, like slow down, keep calm, be positive, and take it easy. Everybody have their own problem in studying. Like for me, I also have my own experience from that. Like I told you, and just enjoy your life. Don't forget to enjoy your life, even though you study a lot. Because I want you guys to know that after you high school life have only one in a lifetime, so enjoy it, because one it's go away, you can bring all of those memory back. It's really important. Don't forget to enjoy it. Breath, meditate, go outside and relax, have fun, guys. And the last one is I want to tell you guys that go to the next slide. You are enough. You don't need to compare yourself with the other. Compare yourself with yourself, and you will be better achieve everything that you want. And I hope you guys enjoy all of what I said and learn at least something from my experience that I told you, all of my study skill. I hope you guys learn something from that and give it a try, like from my experience, like the tip that I give you, give it a try and do it. And I want to see the result of you guys too, because this is what I been through and what I did, and I hope you guys can do it. Thank you for listening to this presentation. Thank you. And you guys have any questions?
Okay, thank you, presenter. Thank you so much. Okay, now for participant, if you have questions, you can drop the question here. Okay.
So I see the message at the moment. Who is it?
From Kim Potisa. Okay, so I guess speaker can see in the chat.
For the question from myself, may I see it again? So you want to improve your speaking skill. Let me answer my like question first. She said she can like you want to improve your speaking skill, and you want to improve your speaking skill, and you don't have the available environment for it. And for my tip, like I want you to maybe speak in the mirror, because I ever did that too. Like when everybody not around, like before I come to present to all of you, I also practice it in the mirror too, because it is a good way to maybe improve your speaking skill. Like I will just lock the door, and then I will like look in the mirror, and I will like do the presentation, and I just will have the conversation with myself. And I think it is a good way, and you should give it a try. Thank you. If you have any questions, you can just drop here. Yes, thank you. And from Alec, if I don't get enough sleep, like never, what will I do? So get enough sleep. So I think that this point, you need like sometimes your habit like go to bed. Maybe I ever just like you guys. I ever in high school. Sometimes I don't sleep maybe at 11 or 10 o'clock, just like other students. But I ever, like I said, I ever go to bed at 3 or maybe 2 or 1. Sometimes I didn't study, but I just scroll my phone or something. but you need to force yourself to change that habit. Maybe the habit can be changed maybe in a week or maybe 2 weeks. So you just need to force yourself to go to bed early, maybe at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. Just force yourself, like it is really time for you to sleep. So you need to set the alarm in your phone, like 11 o'clock, and it will ring, and then it's time for you to sleep, and then just go bed and try to sleep and just put your phone away. Yes. So are there any other questions? Is having a subscription to listen to book and website was it? I think it was it. Yes. Are there any other questions?
Any question more or below participants?
I will try to answer as much as I can. We can ask.
Okay, all below student, parents, their questions you can drop down. You can drop questions here. Okay. Okay, so it's no question, no more question. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
Yeah, Meyyean.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Yes. Can you give us some advice? Or yes.
No, it's another one question.
Yeah.
Can you give us some advice that will make us brave to ask teacher what is we wonder? This one is really a good question because like not everybody can like be brave to ask the question, and I understand that feeling. For me, I overcome that fear by maybe like I ever joined a lot of like sometimes I need to prepare everything to say to say. So for this question, you want to be brave to ask your teacher in class how to overcome that fear. So I need to recall all of the things I did at the time. I overcome that fear by like not I don't think much at that time. Just I just want I talk to myself that I need to be brave. If I don't do that, my score or maybe my score will not be improved, and I just want to improve myself. I try to like I push myself, even though I know that when I raise the moment that I try to raise my hand, I also fear like I still like if I ask that question, everybody will laugh at me. Like, will they think that will they think that that question is funny or something like that? I really fear that, but I just need to push myself to raise the hand. The first point you need to do is to raise your hand up, and when the teacher see you raise your hand, and then he will like he will call you, like you will just stand up right away, and your brain won't think much. You will just ask that question right away. I don't know why at that time. And then from that moment, I always raise my hand and then ask the question always. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you again for the guest speaker. Okay, so at last, we really thank you for your good presentation, and you also give good advice, also a good experience. That is the real experience you have done so far. Okay, thank you. So that is last for AA school. We have a small gift for guest speaker. So let's see and enjoy it. Yes, this one. We have. Okay, you can enjoy it. Yes. Wait. Sorry, please. Okay.
Yeah, teacher. Thank you. You too, teacher. Teacher, we can't hear you. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, tôi được khơi dệt. Okay. Now អរគុណច្រើនសម្រាប់ guest speaker បាទដែលបានចូលរួមចំណែកក្នុងការអភិវឌ្ឍធនធានមនុស្សយើងដែរហើយក៏បានចែកម្លែកបទពិសោធន៍ផ្ទាល់ដែលឆ្លងកាត់កន្លងមកហើយក៏មាន tip មួយចំនួនដែរអញ្ចឹងសម្រាប់ជោគជ័យហើយសម្រាប់និយាយឲ្យបានល្អការសិក្សាឲ្យបានដល់ប្រកែមានអាចថាលទ្ធផលល្អអញ្ចឹងគឺតែទាំងអស់គ្នាយកទៅអនុវត្តបន្ថែមដើម្បីទទួលបានលទ្ធផលជោគជ័យដោយ guest speaker យើងកន្លងមកហើយនេះលើកទី4ដែរហើយបញ្ជាក់ឡើងវិញសម្រាប់ពិសេសគឺបងប្អូនដែលបានចូលសម្ដាប់នៅទីនេះសូមសរសេរជា journal បាទនៅខាងសាលាតម្លាក់ឲ្យគឺនេះលើកទី4ហើយចុះយើងនៅ2ដងទៀតអញ្ចឹងយើងនឹងចេញជាវិញ្ញាបត្រជូនសម្រាប់អ្នកដែលបានចូលរួមបាទសិស្ស AA ផ្ទាល់អាចផ្ញើទៅតាមគ្រូរៀនខ្លួនហើយសម្រាប់អ្នកដែលចូលរួមនៅមិនមែនជាសិស្សនៅបញ្ញវន្តក៏ទេអាចផ្ញើទៅខាងអ្នកគ្រូឆ្លងបន្ទៃផ្ទាល់តែម្ដងណាគឺមួយលើកបាទសូមអរគុណច្រើនបាទអញ្ចឹងក៏អរគុណដល់ guest speaker ម្ដងទៀតហើយមុននឹងយើង say goodbye ខ្ញុំសូមអនុញ្ញាតសូមថតមកប៉ុស្តិ៍ទៀតពីប៉ុស្តិ៍សំទោសពីប៉ុស្តិ៍ដើម្បីយើងមុននឹងបិទកម្មវិធីបាទអញ្ចឹងសូមបើកកាមេរ៉ាទាំងអស់គ្នាបាទមកមុតបាទម្ដងញញឹមមកម្ដងបាទសូមបើកកាមេរ៉ាទាំងអស់គ្នាឲ្យលីតអូមកបាទអត់សូមបើកកាមេរ៉ាហើយខ្ញុំនឹងរាប់1ដល់3ហើយសូមដាក់ sticker បេះដូងនៅមកហើយយើងនឹង say goodbye ណាអូខេតោះបេះដូង1 2 3ចាំតិចខ្ញុំសុំអស់ទៀតអូខេតោះម្ដងទៀតសុំមួយទៀត1 បេះដូងយ៉ាអូខេអរគុណច្រើនបាទអរគុណច្រើនហើយយើងនឹងជួបគ្នានៅសប្តាហ៍អូខេមួយពីប្រជុំហើយយើងនឹងជួបគ្នាម្ដងទៀតអូខេសូមអរគុណជួបជំរាបលាអ្នកនាំនេះជំរាបសួរបាទជំរាបលាអ្នកនាំក៏សូមអរគុណបាទហើយយើងដែរបាទgoodbye អរគុណច្រើនសូមបាយទាំងអស់គ្នាបាទអរគុណច្រើន
Bye teacher.
Bye
everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye, teacher.
Goodbye, yes.